easy Canadian traffic signs for everyone, second color meanings, and yellow signs. Today, let's talk about the meaning of the colors of traffic signs in Quebec, Canada, and yellow warning signs. First, a red sign obviously means stop or prohibition. It's an important color that you must not ignore as a signal. Second, yellow is mainly used on warning signs, danger, caution. For example, if you see a sign standing on a curve or in a children's area, you should pay more attention. Third, green is for guidance signs, route guidance, etc. It is commonly used to display road names or destinations. It provides information on traffic flow, such as guidance on permitted directions. Fourth, blue is mainly used in information signs. These are signs that provide general information, services, road information, such as rest areas, hospitals, and parking lots. Fifth, fluorescent yellow-green is a color used primarily in school zones and school crosswalks. Since it is a very visible color, it clearly conveys safety-related information. Sixth, white is often used on regulatory signs. You can often see white on signs that tell you about rules like speed limits or no parking. Seventh, orange is mainly used for signs in construction or work zones. Phrases like under construction are in orange to make them very visible. 8th, black signs are sometimes used to emphasize the color of other signs. For example, white text on a black background conveys regulations and warnings more clearly. 9th, brown signs mainly guide tourist destinations or cultural heritage areas. For example, it is mainly used when guiding places such as museums, parks, and historical buildings. When you see a brown sign while traveling, you can think, aha, there's a place worth seeing here. Now let's learn about warning signs. First, it is an intersection sign that indicates the shape of the road. This intersection sign indicates that, on a public road, you are approaching a point that intersects with another road. This sign indicates access from a public road at the point where it intersects with another public road, separated by a median of 10 meters or more. If the road is not separated at an intersection, you will see these signs. This means that an intersection like this will appear. When this shape is on the road, it indicates that you are approaching a point on a public road where it intersects with another road. Conversely, this sign tells you that the road is joining another road. This also tells you that the lanes are merging. Soon, one lane will be completely gone, so you'll have to be ready to merge into another lane. This is similar to merging, with additional lane signs, indicating that vehicles are traveling in separate lanes and can travel a distance of at least 1 kilometer without merging. On the contrary, this sign indicates that one lane will be added. A bus-only merge lane sign indicates that there is a bus-only lane merging into the road ahead. It warns that the lane will remain the same and the width of the road will become narrower, as shown in the picture. Narrow path signs indicate that the roadway, such as a bridge, tunnel, or bike path, is narrower than the surrounding roadway. This is when the road width is less than 6 meters. The picture shown with the tab symbol alerts recreational off-highway vehicle row operators that the bridge roadway represents a narrow passageway less than 10 feet 3.048 meters wide. This sign indicates a narrow passageway where the available width is less than 6 meters. It foretells that the road will split to the left and right around something. This is a warning sign for a curved road. The following signs indicate dangerous points at sharp curves or T-junctions. This sign warns that there are sharp turns greater than 90 degrees, indicates a specific hazard or change in road that may surprise the driver. This is a warning that the road will be winding, with 2 consecutive curves that resemble a picturesque shape. There are various types of pictures depending on the road, so you can tell the shape of the road just by looking at the picture. This is a sign that indicates the entry direction of the road and shows which direction my lane should enter. Lane direction ahead signs indicate in advance which lane road users should travel in to pass the intersection. A sign warning you to avoid the dedicated lane and turn into another lane. This tells the user that they should turn into the lane next to their dedicated lane. The following warning signs for roundabouts. Centering around a multi-lane roundabout, vehicles turning left must move to the inner lane, and when exiting a roundabout, that is, when turning right, they must move to the outer lane. The inner lane indicates that you can go straight and make left turns, while the outer lane indicates that you can make right turns and go straight. Just check the lane you are in and follow the arrows indicating the path you need to take. This is a warning sign that informs you of the condition of the road. Entrapment hazard sign, warning that vehicles may become trapped where this sign is placed. Flooded pavement signs indicate that some areas of the road are covered with water. Pavement change signs warn that there is a grooved pavement or metal mesh or wooden surface of a bridge ahead. It represents a narrow crossing consisting of a metal deck, consisting of evenly spaced rollers. This crosswalk is specifically designed to prevent deer and other animals from crossing the road. Indicates that the paved surface ends ahead, and a gravel or unpaved road begins. A checkerboard sign marks the end of a public road or lane end of a public road that has lanes in each direction. Because of the spray, you will often find yourself standing on the entrance to a paved road that runs along a waterway, which can be slippery when wet. The pavement in certain places is uneven, indicating bumpiness. When temperatures approach freezing, it indicates that the pavement of a public highway bridge or overpass may freeze or form frost. Indicates that pictures may be slippery in some areas. It tells you that the road is a dead end. This is an explanation of the following picture. The tree plantation sign indicates the presence of young trees near the OHV trail. Large truck entrance or exit signs indicate that large vehicles are entering or exiting the roadway. Indicates that loaded heavy trucks may enter public roads from access roads. Off-road vehicle crosswalk signs indicate that there is a crosswalk for off-road vehicles, or designated shared road signs indicate a road that is shared by drivers and cyclists or that can be used by off-road vehicles. A continuous off-road vehicle intersection sign indicates that there is a continuous intersection for all-terrain vehicles and snowmobiles. Pedestrian and bicycle crossing ahead signs indicate that there is a pedestrian and bicycle crossing ahead. The designated shared roadway ahead sign indicates the presence of a designated shared roadway ahead. Snowmobile crossing signs indicate that there is a crossing area for off-road vehicles and snowmobiles. A busy public access sign warns cyclists of the proximity of a public access where highway vehicles may cross frequently. This sign must be erected on bikeways at the entrance to busy business or administrative areas where the visibility of cyclists is reduced. Bicycle crossing, or cyclist presence signs indicate that there is a crosswalk for cyclists traveling along a bike path, or that there is an asphalt shoulder for cyclists traveling along a bike path. The two-way bicycle traffic ahead sign indicates a section of the highway ahead which is one way for road vehicles but where two-way bicycle traffic is allowed. A farm vehicle crossing, or exit sign indicates that a farm vehicle crossing, or exit, is present. A truck entrance stop ready sign indicates a truck entrance ahead, where stopping distance is not sufficient. An electrostatic water supply sign, or water supply sign, indicates the presence of a water supply vehicle. This is a warning sign indicating danger on the road. Limited visibility signs indicate that visibility distance is limited or non-existent on a vertical curve. These signs are installed when the viewing distance to the obstacle is less than the stopping distance of the vehicle. Limited visibility signs indicate that visibility is limited or non-existent at a longitudinal curve. This sign may be erected when the visibility distance to an obstacle is shorter than the vehicle's stopping distance. Steep grade signs indicate the presence of a grade with an angle and length equal to or greater than 6% for at least 600 meter, 7% for at least 300 meter, 8% for at least 250 meter, 9% for at least 150 meter, 11% for at least 120 meter, 13% for at least 100 meter, 15% for at least 60 meter. The higher the percentage, the steeper the slope. The fog sign indicates the presence of fog on a public highway, resulting in a marked reduction in visibility. It must be installed when the area in question extends over a distance of more than 1 kilometer. This is the sign you see before entering the tunnel. Simply turn on the light and enter. A railroad crossing sign indicates that a railroad crossing is ahead on the road. When the geometry of public roads and railroad tracks requires truck drivers to slow down by more than 70% of the posted speed, these signs are placed in the middle of the track. The blowing snow sign indicates the presence of snow that is being picked up and driven by the wind on the public highway, resulting in a marked reduction in visibility. It must be installed when the area in question extends over a distance of more than 1 kilometer. The wind gust signs indicate areas with strong winds on public roadways. Truck rollover warning signs warn you that you are approaching a curve in the roadway that could pose a rollover hazard for vehicles with a high center of gravity. Fallen rock signs indicate that there may be rocks or dirt that have fallen from unstable soil along the road embankment. Thin ice sign, indicating that there is an area of water covered with a thin layer of ice. This is a road that closes and opens to allow ships to pass. When you see this sign, slow down and enter slowly. Pedestrian crossing in a channelizing island ahead sign provide advance warning on the main highway of the presence of a crossing for pedestrians in a turning lane with a channelizing island. This is a warning sign that there is a pedestrian or bicycle crosswalk at a fork in the main road. They are installed in areas with long queues, such as approaching intersections or highway exits with cyclical congestion. Left and right yellow signals flash only when traffic is traveling less than 20 kilometers per hour in congested urban environments and less than 40 kilometers per hour in rural environments. This sign tells you that there is a traffic light ahead. This is a sign telling you to slow down and go slowly. This is a sign that tells you the shape of the road and the shape of the railroad. The ready to stop sign alerts you in advance that a crossing is approaching and flashes a yellow light to indicate that the crossing signal is blinking. A sign with a rider indicates there is a crossing for horses with a rider, or a road for equestrians, and it tells you that the equestrians' road is over. There are various pictures. When you see signs with pictures of deer, reindeer, cows, etc., slow down and be careful. New traffic control, signal removal signs indicate changes in traffic control methods at intersections. Signs will be installed 1 month prior to the scheduled removal date of the traffic light. New signs, stop signs, indicate changes in traffic regulations at intersections. These signs will be installed at the location where the stop sign will be installed for 1 month before the new stop sign is installed. A stop sign removal sign indicates a change in traffic regulations at an intersection. The sign shall be installed beneath the stop sign for 1 month prior to the date the stop sign is to be removed. State-of-the-art crosswalk information signs for the physically disabled indicate in advance that there is a crosswalk for the physically disabled. A height limit sign tells you how high you can pass under an overpass, indicates that the height of the bridge is reduced to less than 5.0 meters, used on bulkheads and curves. Pedestrian signals and school-related signals were covered previously, so they were not explained separately. All done in Adobe Illustrator, one by one. I had to draw them, and I took a video of the yellow signs while driving around. It took a long time, but the level of completion is not high. However, I hope it will be helpful to many people. If you like the content, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. It is a great help to me in making videos. Next, we'll look at a video related to green signs. Be happy and healthy every day.